15 shocking facts you never knew about Uzbekistan. Seriously, what is this place? Number 15. The mystery of the double landlocked land. Right in the core of Central Asia, hidden like a well-kept secret, lies the fascinating country of Uzbekistan. You've probably barely heard about it, let alone thought of visiting, but wait till you hear this mind-blower. Uzbekistan isn't just landlocked, meaning it doesn't touch any ocean or sea. Oh no, it's double landlocked. Yup, only 2 countries in the world have this bizarre status, and Uzbekistan shares that unique feature with none other than Liechtenstein. Think about it. Not only does Uzbekistan lack a coast, but all its neighboring countries are also landlocked too. Wild, right? Now, to give you a clearer picture, Uzbekistan spans over 173,000 square miles, about the size of California. That's no tiny nation. It's actually the 3rd largest country in all of Central Asia. But size isn't its only flex. This place is packed with mystery, tradition, and surprises around every corner. Let's talk people. More than 35 million live here, and over 80% identify as Uzbeks, the ethnic group that gives this nation its name. Uzbekistan, meaning land of the Uzbeks. It's also the most populated country in the entire region. And you know what's even more amazing? The literacy rate. 99%. Yes, you read that right. Nearly everyone can read and write, putting it on par with countries like Japan and Germany. Isn't that incredible? The official language is Uzbek, but many people still speak Russian too, especially in urban areas. And get this. Uzbekistan enjoys about 265 days of sunshine a year. That's more than California. But don't pack just your shorts and sunglasses. Summers are blistering hot, sometimes soaring to 113 degrees Fahrenheit 45 degrees Celsius, while winters are brutal, as low as -4 degrees Fahrenheit -20 degrees Celsius in some places. Surprisingly, this harsh climate gives rise to something unexpectedly sweet. Melons. Some of the world's juiciest sugary melons grow right here. Who would have thought? Historically, oh man, this place was key to the Silk Road. Merchants, travelers, scholars, and adventurers from China to Europe had to pass through Uzbekistan. Ancient cities like Tashkent, Samarkand, and Kokand still reflect that golden age, with breathtaking architecture, rich cultural heritage, and stunning sights that are a must-see on any traveler's bucket list. Number 14. Karakalpakstan. A country inside a country. Ever heard of Karakalpakstan? Sounds like a whole different nation, right? You wouldn't be wrong to think that. But surprise! It's actually an autonomous republic inside Uzbekistan. No joke, it covers a whopping 40% of the entire country's territory. That's almost half the size of Uzbekistan. Just let that sink in. Yet, despite its vast land, only around 2 million people live there. What's really intriguing is that Karakalpakstan had a special clause in its constitution allowing it to hold a referendum for independence under certain conditions. That's right. They legally had the right to walk away. But not anymore. The central government recently scrapped that clause, sparking serious tension. Why? Well, many Karakalpaks feel like outsiders in their own land. They have their own language, rich in Turkic roots, and are known for colorful hand-embroidered clothing, traditional domed homes, and a lifestyle focused on fishing and herding. The capital, Nukus, even houses the Savitsky Art Museum, a stunning treasure trove with tens of thousands of rare avant-garde art pieces. But life there's rough. There's limited infrastructure, barely any big buildings, and scarce job opportunities. So, many locals end up leaving Karakalpakstan for better prospects elsewhere in Uzbekistan. When the government tried to erase the right to independence in 2022, protests broke out. People took to the streets to defend their autonomy. So here's the big question. Why do they want independence so badly? Would they be better off forming their own nation, or should they stay united with Uzbekistan? Thinking face, drop a 2 in the comments if you're curious about the full story. We might just dive deeper into this political mystery in the next video. Number 13. Women in Uzbekistan. Oppressed or empowered? There's a stereotype floating around that Uzbekistan is some ultra-conservative place where women are always veiled, hidden behind their husbands, with no voice of their own. But hold up. If you visit Tashkent during a blazing hot summer, you'll be in for a shock. Uzbek women. They wear jeans, t-shirts, even crop tops and skirts when it's sweltering outside. Not everyone's walking around in long cloaks or burqas. Those are mostly worn for weddings, cultural ceremonies, or religious holidays. In fact, women here dress just like in Europe or Los Angeles when it's hot. Think short sleeves, tied-up tops, flowy dresses. Totally modern. And they're not just walking fashion runways. They're running businesses, managing media companies, teaching in universities, and even sitting in government seats. Believe it or not, 17.5% of Uzbekistan's politicians are women. Higher than in Russia, where the number barely reaches 10%. And here's a cool thing. On public buses or metros, it's totally normal for men to give up their seats for women, or offer help with heavy bags. But not because they think women are weak. It's just part of the traditional Uzbek code of politeness. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing to see that kind of respect. These days, it's also becoming more common for Uzbek women to date or marry foreigners. But while dating is chill, marriage can get tricky. There are rules, paperwork, and even religious formalities you might not expect. If you're interested in how that process works, comment a big for below, and we'll spill the tea in the next video. Number 12. Tightrope walking. Yes, it's a thing. And it's epic. Who in their right mind would risk walking on a thin rope suspended high in the air, with only the wind and a cheering crowd beneath them? In most countries, it's a rare circus act, but in Uzbekistan, tightrope walking is serious business. A national tradition, even. Known locally as Darbaz, this gravity-defying performance art is a major part of festivals, national holidays like Independence Day, and big village celebrations. Darbaz isn't just entertainment. It's an honored cultural tradition, passed down in families for generations. Some entire lineages are dedicated to this daring art, training children from a young age. These performers wear long white embroidered robes, traditional skullcaps, and walk the rope with the elegance of a dancer and the focus of a warrior. And no, it's not some kiddie act. The rope can be stretched 50 meters, 160 feet, high across a town square or between buildings, with drums booming and crowds screaming below. And let me tell you, when a Darbaz artist takes that first step, everyone holds their breath. It's not just skill, it's a moment of poetry and suspense. Would you dare to look up and watch without flinching? Be honest. Number 11. 4 wives. Is polygamy really that common? Time to clear the air on another major myth. Do Uzbek men have multiple wives like some people assume? Well, technically the answer is no. According to the law, polygamy is strictly forbidden. Men who try to live with more than one wife, even unofficially, can face fines or even jail time. That said, reality isn't black and white. Uzbekistan is over 90% Muslim, and under Islamic law, a man may marry up to 4 wives, if he can provide for each one fairly. So guess,